Today we will take a look at the best Sony camera for this year. If you want to find more information, check out links down below. Before we start, make sure you click the subscribe button and like this video. 5. Sony ZV-E10. The Sony ZV-E10 is an entry-level vlogging camera. The Sony ZV-E10 is excellent for vlogging and other content creators. The camera's hand grip has a relatively flat design that makes it easier to hold in a selfie position. The Sony ZV-E10 comes in two color variants, black and white. This is a great option for beginner and budget vloggers. The camera feels well built. It's made of plastic. The battery compartment and inputs, aside from the microphone jack, are covered by sturdy feeling doors. The camera feels fairly comfortable to shoot with. It doesn't have the biggest or most comfortable hand grip, but the grippy texture feels secure. The screen is fully articulated and has a decently high resolution. Battery performance is great. It's rated for 440 shots according to CEPA standards. It can capture over an hour and a half of continuous video recording in 4K, which is okay. 4. Sony α6400. The Sony a6400 is great for travel photography. It has good battery life and it's well built. The Sony α6400 comes in one color, black. The Sony a6400 is quite portable. It's lightweight and has a relatively compact design that makes it easy to take on the go. Build quality is great overall. It's weather sealed for some light protection against dust and moisture, with top and front pieces made of magnesium alloy. Build quality is great overall. It's weather sealed for some light protection against dust and moisture, with top and front pieces made of magnesium alloy. The ergonomics are pretty good, and the camera should suit all but the largest hand sizes. The Sony a6400 has good battery performance. It's rated for 410 shots by CEPA standards. 4K internal recording capability is decent. There's no recording time limit, which is great, but the camera can overheat and shut down during long recording sessions. 3. Sony α6700. The Sony a6700 is great for travel photography. It's relatively compact and easy to travel with, has good ergonomics, and a long battery life. It's also a very well-built camera, with a weather-sealed body to protect against elements like rain and dust. The Sony α6700 comes in one color variant, black. The Sony α6700 is an amazing mid-range camera with an APS-C sensor. It's one of the most capable APS-C cameras on the market, with advanced video specs, AI-enhanced autofocus, IBIS, and a high-resolution sensor with excellent image quality. The Sony a6700 has fantastic build quality. The buttons and dials feel strong and offer good physical feedback, and the inputs are covered by secure feeling doors. The Sony a6700 has a fully articulated screen, which isn't too surprising, as cameras, in general, are becoming more and more video-oriented. The camera has excellent overall battery performance. It's CEPA rated for about 550 photos on a full charge when shooting through the EVF or 570 shots when shooting with the screen. 2. Sony α7C2. The Sony a7C2 squeezes a stabilized, full-frame sensor into its small, sturdy housing, making it a good option for globetrotting creators. To reinforce how much Sony believes in the small full-frame concept, it sells a second model alongside this one, the A7CR. The A7C2 is the slimmest full-frame camera with an EVF. It measures 2.8 by 4.9 by 2.5 inches and weighs 18.1 ounces without a lens. The A7C2 doesn't give up much compared with the larger A7 IV. It boasts an integrated hand grip and electronic viewfinder, along with an articulating display. The A7C2's hand grip does well with mid-sized zooms. The long-running FN overlay menu continues, and like the full-on menu, it now supports touch input. Tap the FN button to bring it up on the rear screen. The 3-inch screen is visible outdoors thanks to an extra bright sunny weather setting. Resolution is an underwhelming 1.04 million dots. The A7C II uses Sony's ZV-E10 battery. Battery should last for around 530 exposures or 165 minutes of video per charge. 1. Sony Alpha 7 IV. The Sony A7 IV is the best hybrid mirrorless camera you can buy right now. The Sony A7 IV is the best mirrorless all-rounder you can buy right now. The A7 IV brings improvements across the board, including a new 33MP sensor. With a cropped 4K 60p mode and rolling shutter issues, it isn't quite the perfect video camera. The A7 IV's battery life, in-body image stabilization and burst shooting speeds are also merely average rather than class-leading. Sony improved electronic viewfinder with a 3.69 million dot resolution and 120 frames per second refresh rate. When shooting JPGs, the A7 IV consistently hits speeds of 9 frames per second for over a minute. For filmmakers who like to color grade their videos, the jump to 10-bit 4:2:2 color sampling is a big one. The maximum video bitrate has also jumped from 100 megabits per second to 600 megabits per second, and you can shoot 4K 30p video using the full width of the sensor.
Thanks for taking the time to watch this video.